Good morning. Good morning. Welcome or welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Wednesday, September the 3rd. We are here to look at the new releases that were published in this week in the category of cozy mysteries. Since today is the already middle of the week, we only have one day to look at the cozy mysteries. There's 30 of them, so we're going to hop right in. But other than that, we have some quick announcements. No sprints tonight. I don't do them on Wednesday night. Our next sprints are tomorrow night, Thursday. And after that, it's on Saturday afternoon. Everything on sprints as usual. Friday, we'll be looking at the crime fiction and thrillers. The holiday on Monday has made this a shorter week in more ways than one. Hope you had a good weekend if I didn't see you. This one is a re-release, but I'm going to include it anyway. It's by Ellie Alexander. I have hair floating. It's Body at the Beach. It's third in her Meg Reed Investigate. She recently got the rights back to it, so she is re-releasing him. And we'll just do a quick blurb on this one. When reporter Meg Reed discovers a body during what should have been a fun surf lesson, she knows immediately that this was no accident. That would put you off surfing. Meg Benjamin, The Wine Jelly Murder, 5th in A Luscious Delights Mystery. Roxy Constantine and Nate Robichaud are into weddings, both for work and family, but when the obnoxious father of the bride is murdered at the engagement party, they find out more about his business than they bargained for. Now someone wants to stop Roxy from investigating, even as she pulls out all the stops on a super New Year's Eve wedding celebration for her uncle. She'll need more than wine jelly favors and wedding cake to stop the killer. I don't see why not. Stop, you murderer. I have wine jelly. And I'm not afraid to use it. A Rather Peculiar Poisoning by Crystal Schleyer. I love that last name. Twin brothers Easton and Weston, I think you should sue your parents, are both in love with their childhood best friend Eloise, but headstrong Eloise prefers the younger brother Wes, which is why she is heartbroken when, unexpectedly, Wes proposes to an heiress, and Eloise finds herself engaged to Easton, the twin she cannot stand. Then, during a week of celebration, Wes is poisoned. Murmurs of nightshades slip through the manor, and everyone seems to have a motive. Was it Della Druitt, the heiress reluctant to marry Wes, or did Easton decide killing his brother was the only way to secure Eloise's affections? Or was it the housemaid Violet, Wes's previous lover? As guests turn into suspects, attempts to kill Wes become more relentless than the storms churning the estate. Who wants him dead, and why? A new book in the Cheringham series. This is book number 49 by Matthew Costello and Neil Richards. It's more like episodes. When a major network offers, this is called Killer Pitch. When a major network offers a TV deal to a group of new writers, the stakes couldn't be higher. They'll have a workshop in Cheringham to shape their show ideas and win the prized contract. But when the writers get ominous threats, it seems their lives are in danger. Can Jack and Sarah find the culprit in time before there's a real killer pitch? Set in the sleepy English village of Cheringham, the detective series brings together an unlikely sleuthing duo, English web designer Sarah and American ex-cop Jack. End of row 1. Moving right along. Row 2, Spells and Subterfuge by Beth Dolner. First in the Crones and a Feather Paranormal Cozy Mysteries. Hazel Underwood has returned to her magical hometown of Foxfire Haven, Washington, with her tail between her legs. A metaphorical tail, of course. Witches don't have tails. While renovating the old funeral home she inherited from her uncle, Hazel stumbles on a dead body stashed underneath the hearse. Who wanted the delivery truck driver dead, and how did he wind up in Hazel's garage? Chief Constable Hightower thinks Hazel might have killed Steve with her magic, and she's determined to prove the handsome old curmudgeon wrong. Suspects range from a beautiful vampire with a passion for potions to the garden store gnome, but as Hazel closes in on solving the murder, she learns there's another mystery to unravel. What happened to Hazel's uncle in his final years to turn him into an obsessed treasure hunter? And does his story tie into Steve's murder? First comes marriage, then comes murder. Second in the Women of Winton's Mysteries by Donna Muma. It is 1956 in Levi City, Florida. Vivian Sheffield, renowned bridal gown designer and consultant for Winton's department store, is facing the greatest challenge of her career. Someone has been killing brides who wore one of her custom gowns in their wedding. Vivian's fellow employees and close friends, Audrey, Mary Jo, and Gigi, and her assistant Mirette, spring into action to save Miss Vivian and the young brides of Levi City before the murderer succeeds at destroying Vivian's business at Winton's and her reputation. Bowen Island by Bill Knoll, 11th in the Folly Beach Mysteries. A book release party at a local bookstore is interrupted by the arrival of a police officer announcing a man was murdered on Bowen Island, located fewer than 2 miles from Chris Lundrum's adopted home on Folly Beach, South Carolina. Even before the identity of the victim is known, the retired bureaucrat's best friend and self-proclaimed private detective, Charles Fowler, decides it's their responsibility to catch the killer. To complicate the seemingly impossible task, the 2 amateur detectives suspect the death is connected to a 50-year-old theft of gold and jewels, valued in the millions, and believe the treasure is buried on Bowen Island near the iconic Bowen's Island restaurant. Their search for the killer intensifies when an acquaintance of Chris and Charles, who happens to be the victim's neighbor, is killed. Now there is no doubt it's up to them to catch the murderer. The problem becomes how to do it without becoming the next victims. Oh, I have an itch. Mistletoe and Mayhem by Janice Thompson, 3rd in the Red Truck Mysteries. It's less than a week until Christmas in Maybank, Texas, and just a few days away from Raylan's and Mason's wedding on Hadley Ranch. Unfortunately, a wildfire with mysterious origin is rapidly traveling across several counties and headed right for the Hadley acreage. Firefighters rush to put it out before the family homestead goes up in flames, taking the business and the old red truck with it. Their perfect wedding may be ruined, and Raylan and Mason are determined to find the source of the fire. End of that road. We're not gonna make it. We might have to do drive-bys. Danger Lurks in the Three Hounds Bakery, 3rd in the Doxies and Donuts mystery series. Willa Latner is settling back into small-town life in Humboldt Cove, running the Three Hounds Bakery and wrangling her 3 mischievous dachshunds, Killer, Kyle, and Wags. But when a friendly culinary competition turns deadly, Willa finds herself back in the middle of a murder investigation, whether she likes it or not. The victim, a prominent citizen. The weapon, a poisoned bowl of chowder. The suspects, a room full of townspeople and some of Willa's closest friends. A Brew for Chaos by Esme Addison, 3rd in the Enchanted Bay Mysteries. It's fall, and Alexandra Daniels is settling into her new hometown of Bellamy Bay in North Carolina. She loves her job at her aunt's herbal apothecary and is enjoying getting to know her new boyfriend, local detective Jack Frazier, of course. But she's still trying to figure out her newly discovered magical powers inherited from a mermaid ancestor. Leaves are changing, pumpkins are being picked, and the small coastal town is caught up in the excitement of the approaching Oktoberfest and craft beer competition. But Alex's good friend, local journalist Pepper, is more excited by the upcoming anniversary of a spooky cold case she's helping her boss, Jonah, investigate. Back in the 80s, a serial killer named the Fisherman abducted 10 local women. He's never been caught, and the women never seen again. Alex isn't surprised when Pepper asks for her help, but she's done solving mysteries. She'd much rather be strolling down Main Street with Jack, sharing a cup a hot cup of apple cider, and that's not going to happen if she keeps meddling in his investigations. But when Jonah's body is discovered on the beach, Alex is forced to reconsider. Soon she's caught up in a complex, troubling plot that places not just her own life, but the lives of everyone she loves in terrible danger. Kathy Daly has a new one in her Inn at Holiday Bay series. This is book number 35, Wallflowers in the Window. Abby and her friend Lacey are roped into coaching a ragtag soccer team of first-time players, including Lacey's twins and Colt's niece, after the original coach moves away. With no experience but plenty of heart, the duo sets out to guide the underdogs, forming bonds with each of the girls along the way, especially a quiet player hiding more than just nerves. When the girl suddenly disappears from practice, Abby's instincts kick in, leading to a deeper mystery that proves some hunches are too important to ignore. As the leaves turn and preparations for the annual Harvest Festival fill the air with scent of cider and autumn cheer, the inn buzzes with seasonal excitement. With Colt in rehab, Georgia preparing for a life-changing arrival, and the new beginnings on the horizon for all, Holiday Bay once again proves that healing, hope, and a little bit of magic can be found where you least expect it. A Suite of Murder by Christy T. Dixon, fourth in a Harmony Landing series. Harmony and Chase are back from California and ready to settle into normal life at the hotel until a dead man is found on the shore near Crystal Rock. All clues point to a luxury cruise ship owned by Sherman, the hotel's most eccentric resident. Hoping for answers, Harmony and her crew board the ship, only to find themselves stuck at sea when a storm cuts off all communication. With the killer still on board and passengers growing restless, Harmony must uncover the truth before someone else goes overboard. End of row 3. Got about 10 minutes left and many to go, so we're going to start doing drive-bys. Tales from the Crypt by Sarah Fox, third in the Magical Menagerie Mysteries. Looks like it's set at Halloween. Graveyard Shift by Lily Harper Hart, 10th in the Return to Magic Cozy Mysteries. And this one is also set at Halloween. Crone Sweet Crone by Amanda M. Lee, 14th in a Spells Angel Cozy Mysteries. Dale Mayer has a new one in his Lovely Lethal Gardens Rewind series. Third in that series, X-Ray in the Xanth. If you're looking for a book that starts with an X, here's one. End of that row. The Magician's Deception, fourth in the Fortune-Telling Mysteries by Carol Miller. Also set for Halloween, plus tarot reading. Snacks and Spectres by Mara Webb, third in the Seaspray Isle Witch Mysteries. Biscuits, Butter, and Betrayal by Patsy Hicks, part of the Mixing Bowls series. This is 6 in that series. Looks like she's a food blogger. That is a bright cover. Mums and Pumpkin Pie, third in the Nettles B&B Paracozy and Cookbook series. Includes a bonus cookbook. You know, not just a recipe. It is a cookbook. End of that row. Oh yeah, well, if you buy this book, I'll send you a whole meal. A Very Merry Murder by Kate Wells. Looks like this might be a first in a series, or potential series. Looks like it's set on a farm. Murder by Firelight by Maren Allingham, 12th in the Flora Steele series, set in 1959. Dance with Death, 27th in the Amy Hammond Cozy Mysteries by Tia Brown. Paws and Pastries. Oh, it's a box set. Never mind. Moving on. End of that row. Well, she looks like a happy girl. Cruel Christmas Cruise, Cruising Through Midlife, book number 12 by Addison Moore. And it looks like it's set at Christmas. The Tainted Tea Leaves by R.A. Muth. Mockingbird Springs is that's definitely a, you know, the purple and green is now, and orange is now very Halloweenish, paranormalish. Could also be Mardi Gras. Diamond on the Rocks by Diane Bader. This is second in the A.J. Cadell mysteries. The Mistletoe Murder Club by Katie Marsh. Everything's being compared to Thursday Murder Club now. Let's see. When Cleo, a former actress and current struggling private detective, manages to score a key role in the town's Christmas pantomime, she's secretly delighted. At last, perhaps, her talents will be recognized. It's all going dramatically well until their esteemed director is found murdered on the opening night, and Cleo knows it's up to her to find out who the mistletoe murderer is. She knows her best chance of capturing the culprit is to bring her best friends Amber and Jeannie into the cast on opening night, even if the best way to sneak them in is to carefully conceal them both in a pantomime cow costume. But before she can cry, "He's behind you!" all of them will be in danger for their lives, as there's a murderer with only one thing on their mind: to bring the curtain down on the Mistletoe Murder Club forever. I don't mind humor in mysteries, particularly, well, it can be either cozy or straight. But silly, I don't do silly. This is a serious business. The Harvest Festival Murders by Anna Elliott and Charles Ville, 6 in the Homefront Sleuths Cozy Mystery series. The Body in the Junkyard by Diana Zarissa, 10th in the Sunset Lodge Mysteries. We have a barn, but no animal. Oh no, it's a storage shed, looks like. All right, we made it through. These are the cozy mysteries that were published in this week. To the best of my abilities. I'm not saying it's 100%, but I do try. I think I am marked safe from these, mostly because I had 2 new releases this week already, and they are in the crime fiction and thriller category. I don't need more. Good morning, Mary. Happy Wednesday. I'm late and so sorry. That's okay. My comfy warm bed called me. Oh, nice. And I didn't get up in time. Hope everyone is well and had a great weekend. Same to you. How was your weekend? Did you anything looking? Oh, extra sleep does me good. Extra sleep does good. Going to work on jewelry today. Show on Sunday. Oh, yay. Need to make stuff for it. Well, you get cracking, girl. What is today? Wednesday. Just another day. I'm hoping to get a lot done. Yesterday was the first day back from a 3-day week, so we were very, very busy. So I'm hoping things will calm down a little bit. I can be a little bit more productive on that side of things. But yes, hope you are. May the creative juices flow. Appreciate you popping in. Don't worry, sleep is good. And this is early. Don't worry about that. All righty. So our next morning show is on Friday, and it'll be the crime fiction and thrillers. Next week, we're back to our regular schedule of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I don't have any sprints tonight. I don't do them on Wednesday nights. Our next sprints are tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, Thursday night. We do them every Tuesday and Thursday evening and the Saturday afternoons. So I hope you guys have a good day. Be safe, be cool, and as the banner says, don't be a bookie worm. Don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Oh, no. Have a good day and God bless.